Good everyone. Welcome to the show. My name's Nichols, and thanks for joining me. If you're feeling uninspired, ask yourself the question: is it that you don't know what the path is, or is that you're afraid or embarrassed by it? It may just be that what's happened is you've kind of derailed yourself a little bit, in that you've decided not to follow your path because you are afraid of it, and you have this vague sense of, I don't know what I want to do with my life. But if you look a little bit deeper, you'll realize that what you've actually done is turned away from your true path because you're afraid or again embarrassed by it. So it's not that you don't know what to do, it's that you just don't want to do it. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just go and act completely out of character for your current life or do something that derails it because you decide, hey, I've got to take this initiative now. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking here really more of a change in orientation. When you're like, oh, actually, I do want to be this person or do this thing, but I was really afraid I'm embarrassed and it might put me in conflict with others. That's okay. You don't have to suddenly go and change everything, but just change the orientation a bit. Go, okay, I do have a purpose. I am going to drive towards that. It may take a day, it may take a year, it may take a lifetime, and I might never get there, but at least I do have that orientation. And then through careful planning and thought, you can at least live up to the principles of what you want, if not the actuality of absolutely every detail. We're not saying you have to go climb Mount Everest because you want to do this. What we are saying is that if that's kind of in the back of your mind, the thing you really, really want to do, then what you can instead do is be like, oh, I should be doing these long walks, these long hikes, these long climbs up smaller hills or mountains. That should be the path of my life, whatever that is, or maybe it's just strong physical fitness. You can be true to the principles of that path, even if the actualities themselves might not be able to do the details exactly in your current life. So I'm not saying derail your current life, I'm just saying change the orientation a little bit. And what you'll notice over time is your employment, the place you live, your relationships will tend to, over time, orientate them, or maybe that's not the right word, but change and kind of accommodate and support your goals. As long as you're oriented yourself to that, the world will tend to change around you too, just by nature of how the physical world works. Nothing metaphysical about this, is just the way the world tends to work. Your relationships will tend to shift, and the nature of your relationships will tend to shift. The people coming in and out of your life will tend to shift. Your attitude, your job will tend to shift. Things you focus on will tend to shift. And then over time, you get more and more changes that align more to your goals. But this does require sort of an honesty of yourself. Okay, this is what I truly want. It is scary almost inevitably because obviously something grand almost in every case. So it's scary and it's difficult, but just be honest. This is what I truly want. And understand that it's a journey of a lifetime. It's patience. It's a lifetime journey. It's not going to happen straight away. It may not never happen, but it's the orientation and the path, making sure you're walking the right path, that is really a path for a lifetime. So the whole point is you want to keep that ideal close to you. You want to never compromise in your dream of the ideal. Again, you may never get there, and it is a journey of a lifetime. It's kind of a moving ideal target, but just keep the ideal there. Always keep that ideal in mind, and always be driving in some physical or principled sense. Even if the details might not be there, at least always drive towards those principles that you aspire to. And in doing this, what you'll realize is that regardless of what it is, whether it's some sort of grand physical challenge, whether it's some degree of service that you want, whether it's some particular type of wealth that you seek to acquire, or some sort of aspirations or expressions of love, whatever it may be, as long as you keep that guiding force in your mind and you don't let go of the ideal, you will eventually, it doesn't even matter, there's no destination as such, you'll keep along that path. And in the greater scheme of things, this will come to fruition, if not in this life, then perhaps in the next. And what I mean by that is not metaphysical, it's just that we have these lives we must walk, these paths we must walk, and we are part of this grand tapestry of civilization, and we're a single thread in that. So that even if we don't achieve the goals that we wanted to achieve in our lifetime, we'll support others who are like-minded because of the fact that we're setting the groundwork in some way in our society, so it will drag others along with us and will help them achieve similar goals. So again, if not in this life, then perhaps in the next. All right, well, thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.